You should get off the road, you know. That's right. Run along. I'm gonna chase you off the road here. You get off the road, you. Are you a mother? I see you got boobs there. Hey. That looks like an electric fence. Hey, kitten. That's a small cat. It'd be good hunting for her here. That's right, you get off the road, you. That is so freaking cool. So cool, I gotta take a picture right now. There she's going under the... She must live under there. God, I hate seeing skinny cats like that. Oh, of course, I had it in 5th gear. There you go. You all right?
There, hold it.
You didn't even scratch the
I didn't see where you went.
Wow.
Yeah?
Lucky.
Alright.
Which way did you go?
That way.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, guys. It's just flooded. There you go. Thanks.
I'm getting too tired.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this is a heavy bike.
What's that?
That's heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's getting a little heavy for me.
Yeah, she's getting a bit old for it. I've got it, thanks. Yeah.
It's fucking as heavy as mine is. You okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm getting too tired.
Yeah, well, we're close. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Good luck.
Thank you. So on today's episode of I'm Not Having Any Fun with This, we get to put in a new stator. I painted this stator cover with engine enamel, and it actually turned out pretty good, as well as the shift lever. When I was putting in the new stator, I went ahead and stripped that right out for myself. So now I'm waiting till tomorrow till a heli-coil kit can come into my local auto parts dealer. Here's what all this looks like in here. It's not too bad, actually. Sprag clutch and everything, or the gears look real good. So my brap straps still haven't come in yet. I don't know where they are, probably still in New Jersey. So now I gotta ride the RXV for a little bit until that gets back on the road. That's alright, I don't usually go too far anyway, so I mean, having a lower 5th gear is alright for a little while. But yeah, I stripped out that bolt, that pit, oh man. That's just what I think somebody put a plaque underneath their hood on their old Ford or something that said, a 20-minute job is a broken bolt away from becoming a 3-day ordeal. But I ordered the entire heli-coil kit, so that's M5, M6, M8, and M10. It doesn't have M12, but or at least I don't think it does. That should be good for everything that I need to do on this bike anyway. Me and the buddy came over, he came over and he brought his good multimeter, snap-on multimeter, and tested the stator, see if it was charging. It wasn't charging with the regulator, the original regulator that I had on it. So, because it could either be the stator or the regulator or the battery, but from the way it was acting, it at one stoplight, the first stoplight I had, started to have issues with it. Like, it basically just took an extra rev to start, and I'm like, oh gee, you know, what's this? Is that going to be an issue here? And then, but I didn't think anything of it at the time, so I kept moving. And because normally I shut it off at stoplights, because I don't want it to overheat or get too hot or anything. So I normally shut it off at long stoplights. And at the next stoplight down, or a couple down actually, it turns over a few times and then just dies. It doesn't start up at all, but the starter just quits working. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I blew a starter. But then I look at the screen and it says low battery, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's just a stator anyway. Of course, then again, depending on if it was a starter or a stator, probably not going to be very cheap either way. The new stator was like 230 bucks. I got that in like 2 days, so 2 days from Austin, Texas, man, that's not bad at all. The stator, it looked like it fit in everything was looking good. I'm not sure if it's a little bit wider or what, that it can't get quite enough threads on the end of the screw. But I tried to torque it down because they're M5s they're coarse thread M5s, and I tried to torque it down to, I think it's the 8 Newton meters, and it got about 7 and it just snapped. 5 to 7, somewhere in there, and it just snapped. There's no Napa anywhere around me anyway that has a heli-coil kit in stock, at least for M5 thread. So they had to order the master kit, so that's 160 bucks. I figure, you know, you can get cheaper kits on Amazon, like 50 bucks for all the little helical coil things, but they're not name brand, I don't believe. So I just decided, you know, it's probably best to just go with name brand heli-coil kit and leave it at that. And yeah, you pay like 3 times the amount, but if it works better, you know, if it's instead of steel, it's stainless steel threads, because I'm sure China would like to cheap out on something like that. Sunshine. We have got our heli-coil kit. Check that out. Good, we got M6, M5. Alright. Alright. Hopefully that's everything that I need. Buy Bitcoin there. That's crazy. That's crazy that little corner store allows you to buy Bitcoin there. It's probably at like a jacked up rate and whatever, but still, like if they're dealing with it, that tells you right there, like this stuff's popular. Right? Okay. So after friggin' around some more, I think I finally found the issue. And that is, you know, to be precise, to heck if I know. It seems to fire up now. I don't know what the heck was wrong. What I did, I've gone through all this trouble. I took out the soldering kit. I took out the crank position sensor because, and I'm still glad that I did this, but this little magnet here protrudes more than the other one, and I think by looking at it, it was rubbing on the flywheel just a little bit. So I'm still glad I took that out, but I used the new plug, and I wired the old crank position sensor back into the unit to see if that was maybe the issue. And lo and behold, it doesn't seem like it was. I don't know, maybe it's just something I did along the way that I don't know. You know, I thought maybe with the multimeter, but I guess you can't get a continuity test on it, but you can get ohms, and it was reading the correct ohms. And when I was cranking it over, you could see the voltage or the whatever, and same with this other plug here for the charging system. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. I took the spark plugs out. I actually ended up replacing this boot, just the end of it, because this one, it looked like it broke right apart. I checked that it had fuel. I even got the boroscope and I put it into the cylinder to see if it was wet in there. Yeah, I literally took the open the airbox and opened the throttle valves and cranked it over a bit, and I could see that the fuel was spraying in. I knew obviously it's getting air. And after I put the spark plugs back in and put the boots back on and said, let me just crank it over one more time now that I know absolutely everything is in check, it starts up on the first crank. And a quick way to check the crank position sensor, if maybe you're having the same issue, if you have a dash that will show you the RPM, especially when it's cranking over and not started already, obviously just switch it to that screen and crank the starter over. This one works at about 400 RPM on the starting motor. Man, I have no idea what it is. I can't complain. It runs now. It seems to be running just fine. Let's give her another crank for you. Make sure that she still starts. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, great. Look at that. Now it won't start. I mean, you can obviously see that the crank position sensor works as it's set to the RPM screen. I wonder if it's the fuel. This is the weirdest damn thing I have ever seen. Because it ran for a second, right? There you go. What the hell? Well, now we know what it is. It's the fuel. Oh my good God. Oh, there it is. Now how in the hell? Oh, I know. Yeah, okay. See that? When you pull it up too far, it pinches here, and then it goes down and it cuts off there. Okay. Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me, dude? That's literally all it was? That's literally all it was. And I had this ignition coil off. I've been soldering wires. I've been... Oh my God. Oh my effing God. Good gracious. What an ordeal. Oh. What a bloody ordeal. I tell you. That's enough fucking around for one night. What an ordeal. This has been ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. Just for a bloody fuel line. I tell you. Man, look at that, eh? That is nice. Man, oh man, is this nice. By the way, if you're wondering why this is kinked like this, it's because if it comes straight up to the cap, then the fuel has a direct line to evaporate out of the tank, and you really get bad fuel mileage like that. So with this way, I believe, you know, this is just my science, that if you put the loop in it hasn't got a direct line up, so it can't evaporate out as quickly. And plus, with the wind blowing on it, it'll push, I don't know, hopefully push it inward and not like suck it out. Man, it looks like it's gonna rain, doesn't it? I should know not to trust the weatherman when he says 15% chance of rain and thunderstorms, but damn. you gotta look at the sky. Honestly, that's the most accurate thing. I have been burned by that weatherman too many times. Universally the most hated man in every country, the weatherman. This 3M extreme adhesive tape, 4412 and the 2mm thick stuff. I put that in the rear tire. I haven't done it on the front yet, but man, that rear tire has held air for 2 weeks and 1,000 kilometers. 39,000, baby. Here we go. Man, the manure smell around here is bad. Hoo-wee. P-U. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Man, that's terrible. Let's be a hooligan here. Huh. There we go. Slick tires on grass right there. Let's do an inspection here. Figures. That's one. Other than that, man, we're good. Yeah, even the camera lens is good. I don't know why it bent like that, but... I think what my issue is I've gotten so used to the RXV now because I've ridden it for a week and a half, and it always, of course, it always gets traction in gravel and grass and stuff, so I think I've just gotten so used to that. Coming back to this thing with a big old front brake on it and slick tires is, man, it's a learning curve, isn't it? Going to be able to switching from bike to bike, even though, you know, in almost every way they're identical except for tires and suspension and cams and frame and swing arm and wheels and chain and sprockets and speed and tuning and air filter and yeah. Oof, man, I got a big old dead cat on my microphone. It's literally it touches my nose the whole time I have my helmet on. Oh yeah, baby. Got my new brap straps in. They're already full of cat hair. Man, I like that. That is so sick. Alright, cold start. Now that's how an SXV should start. What the hell's going on here? Ooh, Bear Brook Game Meats. Locally farm-raised meats delivered to your door. Meat from a bear, though. I don't know about that. Look who we got here. better roast beef here than they do on Tinder, tell you that for free. I like catching up to people with dirt bikes, show them what a real fucking supermoto looks like. How did I find myself out here on packed gravel? I decided to explore, and it looked like that was the wrong move. Not afraid of gravel, but I don't like how dirty it makes my bike either. But this is pretty packed stuff too. Like, it's almost pavement. Ooh, that sun's bright. Man, I'll tell you, on this Z1R range helmet, that peak, worthless, absolutely worthless. It does nothing but push air into the face shield and whatever. So yeah, it's garbage. Oh man, I better turn around. I don't know where the hell this road goes. It's probably a dead end, honestly. I do like the profile of this helmet though. It's got a nice I like helmets that flare out a bit at the base. I think those mostly are for like pushing against like a neck brace or something, but I just like the look of them in general when they flare out like that. Yeah, I'm really liking these Brab straps, man. These feel nice. I'll tell you what though, you're gonna need some latex gloves in any kind of cold weather, because these things are airy. Whew, are they ever airy? My God, this road's terrible. Maybe even 3. No, that's 3. Damn. They're hauling that with, what the hell kind of car is that? Damn, son. Little fucking Volkswagen. Must be a diesel. See if I can grab some air here. What did you say that house was sold for again? $520,000 for that little thing. Oh my God. Hi, can I get a double chocolate donut? That's it. Thank you. Man, the air is just right. I always hated that at the cottage. Because every year, you know, right when you get to the cottage season, right? All the farms are along the river and they all spray cow shit. And then all the cow shit, whenever it rains, it seeps into the river. And the whole fucking river just stinks like manure. I mean, it could be worse, I suppose. Could have some kind of chemical smell. But I tell you, you wouldn't want to swim in the river in springtime. Oh, I shouldn't have breathed in then. Of course it's Jeff's place. Man, you can almost smell it all the way down here. How's that headache? Motorcycle therapy works every time. It totally was not the Advil that you just took. It's the motorcycle. Yeah. I like that hoodie. I thought it was like, because Donut Media has a similar one. Man, everybody's got merch now. My God. Everybody's got merch. Every YouTuber that you watch, they're peddling some t-shirt. Oh my God, is that an XJ? Oh my God, dude, that's a fucking XJ. I got one of those in that exact same paint job. Oh yeah, baby. This makes poutine a snack into a meal. Man, I cannot say enough good things about this place.